なんて身体能力じゃ。スムージーにしたら。こっちに向けたな。と強度が落ちるんだろう。縛りか頭。攻撃さえ届けば。俺の負けじゃ。起きて。
Jujutsu Kaisen Season 3 has been all over the internet off late, so we need to check out the newer content. Here are the best.
キララ、ハカリと一緒じゃなかったのか。
パンダちゃん。
コン。左。極限が吹っ飛ばされた。ハカリのところに戻るつもりか。状態ちょうどいい。ガット。この人楽に進む。
呪力にマーキングするから式神は術師と同一に扱われる。するよ。
先輩、ダットどうでした？俺の次に可愛かった。何に近づけて何に近づけなかったか聞いてんですよ。ああ。
Well, the fight involving Kurara, Megumi, and Panda was pretty cool, but the greatest shock for all the anime fans was that Kurara's actually a boy. Yup, they said it in the manga, and the anime too, so it's pretty insane considering the character design. The animation, though, was peak as always because MAPPA never disappoints. Figuring out Kurara's cursed technique was a bit complex, but we forgot all of that when Megumi's bunny did some aura farming of his own. Also, shout out to Panda for doing his bit despite having lost his father Yaga earlier. Man, Pandas just can't get a break. The other one lost his parents to a freaking peacock.
パンダ先輩の体のどこかに星マークと名前がついて。あ、IMAI。ダットと同じアクルックス。
さあ、されればモニタールームに。
やっぱりパンダ先輩とは近づける。手に触れなければならない。キララさんに近づ
するには定められる。
君すごいじゃん。
This was a battle that got all the fans hyped up, and it did not disappoint. Yuta and Yuji were never going to have an intense fight, considering they're both Gojo students, but the back and forth between them was still pretty cool. Yuji put up a good fight despite Yuta's cursed energy being out of this world. There's also the fact actually did kill Yuji was insane. And yes, we know there are fans who don't like Yuta because he relies on Rika a bit too much, but you can't really blame him. She's literally his stand. Jojo fans will understand.
This 硬いな。ピンピンしてる。ただものじゃないわ。アリー、合流しましょう。
本当？
This one's from the latest episode because I think the next one's going to be a recap special, at least at the time of writing this script. Anyway, Yuji taking on Hanya and then Haba was solid stuff, especially with the animation and the use of the background. We can clearly see that our boy has grown a lot as he manages to defeat both his opponents with ease. It's not a high-profile fight, but the fact that they're still making these scenes so well only proves how invested the creators are in the story. I found Haba's chopper ability pretty interesting as well. Maybe he's an Arnold Schwarzenegger fan.
ガキなんて身体能力。撃手弾はプロペラだけ。屋内で迎え撃つ。手にしたら。頭。攻撃さえ届けば。ドブ、あ はどれの負けじゃ。
いや起きて。
のジュグを二振り。
マキも光線に
囲め。
全部だからね。
Yes, the entire battle between Maki and the members of the Zenin clan was absolute cinema, at least in terms of animation. I'm aware the Japanese audience didn't like the way they handled the tone of the fight, but I did have fun watching it, and so did a lot of the foreign fans. After losing her sister, Maki managed to activate her heavenly restriction, ironically, without any restrictions. What followed was an absolute massacre, especially when she went full Kill Bill mode and took out all the disposable dudes. There's the Junichi moment too, but I think all of us can agree that watching replays of Naoya getting smacked down was a bit too satisfying to all of us.
今の全員家がここでやるんだ。
ひどいな。人の心とかないんか。
ああ。
王子くんやない。あっち側に立つわ。
物理法則や軌道同じく速度も術式発動時の加速度には上限がある。逆に跳ねるほど出せる速度は上がっていく。
もう止まらん。あの時みたいなヘマはせん。耳の誘いに乗るかい。な、偽ボワッボワッボワッボワッ。
悪い。もう一回言ってくれ。
よう。
マジか。
大マジ。元気ピンピンだ。
反転術式。
せっかい。合わせて言うはやすし。
こいつハイになってる。
力の革新。
勝負はこれからだろう。
ああ、そうだな。そうかもな。
It's only been season 3 for a while, but now we do have something from season 2. It's the iconic rematch between an awakened Gojo and Toji, which was straight heat. Gojo was already overpowered, but now he's hit an even further level, so Toji's aura farming had to end right there. It was obviously a massive achievement for him to defeat Gojo in round 1, but there was no way he'd ever win against this form. It almost felt like the beginning of his villain arc, considering how he mercilessly put a hole in Toji's body. If this was a donut death, Gojo would have even joined the likes of Baru from Solo Leveling and Akaza from Demon Slayer.
術式反転。赤。
式によって生まれた生のエネルギーを弾く力。術式反転赤。違和感。いや、これでいい。
天上天下、優位が独尊。デメリットはあんた全員家の人間だろう。順転と反転と押し出す先。
呪術界、その時点で負けていた。それは捨てたろうとない。 そういう生き方を選んだんだろうが。
We're back to season 3 now, and it's the moment that's gone ultra viral all over the internet. There's Naoya Aura farming over Choso. The other anime fandoms are out here posting the same template too. Sure, his hits did no damage, but the vibe he maintained was something else. Naoya was just a side character with a small role, but now he's become immortalized in Jujutsu Kaisen history. I suppose this is what we call real impact.
君しつこいから使わせてもろたで。術師が獲物持ち歩くの。それがないと勝たれへんってことやし。
今のお前があるのかもしれんぞ。出来が良かろうと悪かろうと言うんだのなら、弟は後をついてくればいい。だな。教えてやる。
できとんねん。
もうない。
兄弟を愛せなかったお前の気持ちはわからん。
だよ。今夜も始まりましたガチンコファイトクラブトーナメント。火の玉ボーイユージイタドリだパーだよ
そういねえからな。
先輩はハカリ先輩に会えた。いや
一人の3年の術式が問題でな。
This one's here mainly because of how funny it is. I did mention earlier how Panda had to deal with his trauma and move on, but bro is just too funny to resist. Even Yuji was messing around to his heart's content over here, and you could tell the both of them were having a lot of fun during their fake encounter. It's not even a low-effort fight. The audience in the arena sure got fooled, and I loved how Panda overdid his bit by mentioning animal welfare officials after his supposed defeat. Dude needs to know when to stop with the acting.
高先生ってことは隠してるんだろ。
俺の実況人生ベストバウトだぜ。まだ実況始めて半月だけどね。勝者イタドリ。
なんでバットム最後団体が黙ってないぞ。
彼らは目撃する。全てを捨て去ったもののむき出しの肉体。
誰だ。新たに術師を招き入れたのか。
今空中にいたの。それだけじゃねえ。
マキさん。
当時か。
器である孫の呪力が尽きた時点で降霊も終わるはずだった。イレギュラーによる術式の暴走。脳のまま戦い続け。
この男言うに及ばんな。
Toji may have lost to Gojo in the earlier entry, but our man came back to Aura Farm a few more times before going for good. I know there was some interference from Megumi, but to be able to defeat a disaster-grade curse like Dagon in his own domain is a very serious flex. Toji wasn't even giving it his best shot. He just looked like he was having a lot of fun. Dagon was absolutely violated, and the aura that Toji gave off in this sequence is easily on the same level as Sung Jin-woo from Solo Leveling.
メカマルくれ
お前は攻めの姿勢を崩さない。あれ？魂ごと破壊された。
Mechamaru could have been such a promising character in the long run, but bro chose short-term happiness over an actual vision. Even Kenjaku commented that he was hovering around special grade level during the fight against Mahito. Unfortunately, the villain came out on top of this encounter, and it was the last we'd see of Mechamaru's human form. Mahito was severely overpowered as a curse, so you could say he also had the power of plot armor on his side. The fight was still a highlight, so the fans had their fun.
すっきりさせないかな。領域展開、自閉言論か。はい、おしまい。お前も分かっていたことだろ。それは。は？簡易領域。仕留め損なった。
Like, share, and subscribe if you like this list and want to see part 2 of this topic. Have any suggestions? Drop them in the comments below, and I'll see if I can make a video on them. Okay then, stay strong and be good people.